Well, when it comes to the agriculture industry, farming and ranching operations don't always run like a normal business. They need operating money up front to kickstart any crop or livestock purchases before the crop comes in or the cows come home. That's where operating loans come in. Logan Gunderson, an ag banker with First Western Bank and Trust, says most producers renew their loans starting at the end of the year until April. He says the renewal process takes about a week once they receive all information from the customer. Gunderson added everything is moving along as usual this year.
The Fed just met and interest rates are not moving at this time. So, operating loans and our renewal process is moving along the same as it has before.
Gunderson says so far the potential freezing of federal monies won't affect farmers, but that could change. For more information on First Western Bank and Trust, find this story on our website.